How did Cassius come to be in captivity in the first place?
Well, he was at that time, big crocodiles were very scarce, and he was a big crocodile down on a cattle station that was causing problems. And the reason he'd been caught was because of that. And there weren't many big crocs of that size around at that time. So it was quite a rare thing. The remaining animals were well hidden and you never saw them very much. And so, yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve for everyone concerned, actually.
So you helped to move him, I believe, to Green Island, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, we caught him, and then he was held in a pen down on this cattle station for maybe 2 years, and then he went over to Green Island.
Okay. And why is there this confusion about how old he is?
It's because crocodiles are very hard to determine their age, because some grow fast and big and others grow slowly and never get to great size. But once they sort of stop growing, there's nothing much happens in their bones or anything else that you can age them by. So it is a bit of guesswork, but a croc of that size, like when we caught him, he was an old, gnarly sort of croc. At that time, he was the oldest, gnarliest looking croc we'd seen. And then when I saw him in December, 38 years later, he just looked bigger, but the same gnarly animal. So the minimum he could have been, if he was a really fast-growing croc, would be in the 30s and 40s. But I suspect he was much older when we actually caught him.
Right.
But we're not sure how much.
So is it unusual for crocs to live that long?
Well, we don't know. There's not a lot of information, remember, because there was this big hunting period, and so the crocs that have appeared since the hunting period are only like 50 years old. So we don't know how many managed to get through. But mind you, life for a crocodile now is pretty tough because there's so many crocs up here. And they do battle amongst each other and they injure each other and so they probably don't get anywhere near to the age they were getting captivity, where they're looked after and fed and don't have any conflicts with other crocs.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Cassius, 120 years old, we think. Graeme Webb, lovely to talk to you. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.